everybody. It is St. Patrick's Day 2020, and yeah, it doesn't really feel much like St. Patrick's Day, but it is with everything that's been going on in the world right now. But today it's another video of what's cooking in the kitchen. And I know we haven't done one of these in a while, but I have a feeling that I'll probably be doing a lot more of these for quite a while, since really there's nothing much else really to do right now. But and also since this recipe is a little bit of an easy recipe, I'll also update you guys also on more cancellations and things going around Cincinnati with the whole coronavirus going around. So alright, so today I am going to be making a dip because we are having another Gray's Day at our work. If you saw a few more of my episodes earlier, I made a pepperoni dip for a Gray's Day, but this one I'm going to make a different dip, and it is called a Fiesta party dip. And I will and this actually is a dip that I got off of at one of those cooking parties, and I don't know if these guys are still in business, but the dip is really, really good. It does have a little bit of a kick to it, so be careful on how much of this you put in here, especially if you're doubling the recipe. I made that mistake during Christmas this year, so be very, very careful in what you're doing. So this is what we're making today, and let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so these are the only 3 ingredients that you will need for making this dip, and I'm not counting the Apple Jacks or the chips that are in the background, just these 3 right here. So we got the sour cream, we got the mayonnaise, and of course the dip mix. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll mix these together. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see what's going on, and I'll do my best to try and show you what's going on, because I definitely do need 2 hands for this. So the first ingredient we are going to put in 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of the party dip. So let's go ahead and we'll add in the 1.5 and see how it tastes. And if it feels like we need to add a little bit more, then we will definitely do that. So let's go ahead, and we got our tablespoon. And so let's go ahead and put in the 1. Okay, and then we'll put in 1/2, or an estimate of 1/2. Okay, got that in there. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to do is 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. And it says real mayonnaise only. So, again, we got our Hellmann's, and I'm using the light mayonnaise, again, to cut out calories, because if you guys know me too well and you've seen my videos, I like to cut out calories. Okay, so we got 1/4 cup, and just squeeze it all in there. Okay. Alright, so you got your 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. And then let's go ahead and take a spatula, and we will get the rest of that out of here. Okay. And then the final ingredient is going to be 3/4 cup of sour cream. So got the sour cream, and again, got the fat-free. So again, cutting out those calories. But of course, you guys can definitely use real mayonnaise, and you can use the real sour cream, just whatever you prefer. But again, if you see my videos, you know I like to cut out those calories as much as I can. And in case you're wondering, yes, don't worry, I did wash my hands before that. Alright, so let's go ahead and get our 3/4 cup out. I don't think I have one of those, so I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these little guys. I think that'll work out a little bit better. So let's go ahead and wipe that off. And I don't know if a spatula was the best use for this, so let's go ahead and go with the spoon instead. I think that might be a little bit better. Yes, the spoon definitely works a lot better, so don't use the spatula. Don't do what I just did. Probably not the best idea. Okay, so another little dab right in here. Get a little bit more. Okay, and then we're going to pour that into here. But then, of course, you can definitely use the spatula to mix all that out. Okay. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to mix the whole thing together. So, let me go ahead and give this a good mix. See how it turns out, how it tastes. And I will go ahead and I'll show you guys what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to get darker and the more you stir it, so that is a good thing. So it kind of has like a brown yellowish tint to it, and that's exactly what it's supposed to look like. So we're going to mix this together. We're going to blend it well. And then after this, we're going to chill it for 2 hours, and it makes about 1 cup of dip. But the whole jar actually makes 8 cups, so let's go ahead and I'll show you guys what this looks like. Alright, so that's what the consistency is supposed to look like and what the color is supposed to look like. Again, it kind of has that yellowish brownish tint to it. So again, we're going to let this chill for about 2 hours and then it should be good to go. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make double this recipe. Now, like I said earlier, I made this recipe during Christmas and I doubled the recipe, which means I doubled the amount of the dip preparation. Little too spicy, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put in probably maybe a tablespoon of it instead of the 1.5 to 2, and we'll see how that goes. So let me go ahead and get the rest of this prepared, and then I will show you the rest. Alright, so I went ahead and I doubled the recipe, and as you can tell, there's definitely a lot more in there, so that is what the mix is supposed to look like. So now we're going to go ahead and put it here in the bowl, and we're going to let it sit, and it will be ready to serve for tomorrow. Okay, so this is the bowl I'm going to put in. It's just a simple serving bowl. Right in here is where we're going to put the mix, and then in here I'm going to go ahead and put in Fritos, and that is what people are going to use the dip for. Okay, alright, so let's go ahead and pour this in. Ooh, might have made a little too much, but that may be okay. Hold on a second here. Let me work on this for just a second. Hold on. Alright, so yeah, apparently I did make a little bit too much, so I'm going to put it in the spare container, and I don't know, maybe I'll keep a hold of it in case I ever want to munch on something. I got a little bit spare, but anyway, there is the dip, and then let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and put the chips inside of it, and then we should be good to go. Okay, so there it is, and again, we're letting the dip chill for 2 hours, and it'll be ready to serve for tomorrow. And that is how you make the Fiesta dip. Let me go ahead and bring out that bottle again if you guys are interested in what company it is. It's called Tastefully Simple, and it's all natural Fiesta party dip mix. And again, I don't know if this company is still in business. Again, this came from like a food tasting party that I was at many years ago. But if you look online, hopefully it will be on there. But again, this dip does have a little bit of a kick to it, so if you're not a spicy food person, I don't recommend this, but if you like a little bit of a kick, definitely go for it. Definitely a hit. Alright, well that's how you make the dip, and we'll see if it is a big success for tomorrow. Are you guys feeling hungry yet? Alright, so I told you guys that after I made the dip that I would give you guys an update on what's going on with the closures and things going on with the coronavirus here in Cincinnati. A lot of big changes have been happening these past couple of days. It seems like every day it's just getting bigger and bigger. Last I checked, there are now 63 confirmed cases of coronavirus in Ohio. And I think there's only been 1 death, I think, in Ohio, but don't count me on that one. I'm not really sure about that. Alright, so as far as closures go, and Feel free to add anything more down in the comments below if I've missed anything, because I know there is a lot going on. So, let me see here. Schools, of course, are still closed until first couple weeks of April, but that could definitely change. They're now possibly saying that this could go throughout the rest of the year, saying they won't be going back to class till the end of the year. So that is still a distinct possibility. They just, back on Sunday, they announced that they have shut down all restaurants and all bars, but the restaurants we are still allowed to go through the drive-thru and get carry-out, but other than that, that is it. Okay, so that is the big one that's been going on. The Archdiocese of Cincinnati just announced that there will be no mass services till probably Easter. So I won't be going to church for the next couple weeks, and that is definitely going to be very, very interesting for me, because I'm used to going to church every single week, and that's going to be a big change for me. It's going to feel weird not going to church on Sundays or Saturdays that I usually like to go to. What else? Any big cancellations? The Flying Pig has been postponed until October. Opening day, they're still saying it may be until May, until the Reds start their 2020 season. Fingers crossed it doesn't last anything further than that. And in the last video, I know I mentioned to you guys that the zoo was still open. And sorry, Lucy just jumped on my lap. Look, hi. Lucy, do you want to say hi to everybody? No, say hi to everybody. Come on. Oh, Lucy, come on. Oh, quit. What? Oh, my goodness. What? Can you guys hear her? Go ahead and say hi to everybody. Yeah, Lucy, hey, go say hi. Say hi. Do what you were doing earlier. Or is there something outside that's bugging you? What? Oh, you're a goof. No, okay. Oh, the dog just bit my foot, which usually means she needs to go outside, so hold on a second and I will be back. Okay, so I'm back. Apparently Lucy didn't really need to go to the bathroom at all. She just wanted to go outside and smell the grass. But that's her sometimes, what can I say? Okay, so where was I? I think I was talking about the zoo. Because in the last video, I was talking about how Andy was talking about going to videotape at the zoo because it was still open. Literally no later than maybe 4 hours after I posted that video, the zoo announced that they were closing. So much for that idea. But what they are doing, which is really cool, is the zoo is going to be doing some live videos on their Facebook page of a different animal at 3 o'clock every afternoon. So that way you can see what's going on at the zoo, learn a little something about the animals, and it gives people something to do while they're staying at home. And I think it's a really, really great idea. So, the zoo is closed. What else? Oh, I don't know how many of you watched the NFL draft, but that same day I found out that the draft was postponed, but then they came out a couple days ago, or yesterday, and said the draft is still going on that weekend, but it's not going to be in Las Vegas, and there is not going to be a crowd there. But they are still going to have the draft. And I think they're going to be doing, I think my dad said something about they're going to be doing their picks and announcements from each one of the football cities. So I'm glad that they did not postpone the draft, because to me that is to me, I consider that a holiday for me. And my dad and I, that's usually the time where we get to spend time with each other and see who the Bengals are going to pick up and just kind of learn about them. And it's just good bonding time, and I'm glad they are not postponing the draft. So that made me very, very happy. A big issue that started yesterday. Today, of course, is St. Patrick's Day, but it also today was supposed to be Ohio's primary election. And there was a big and what happened was, not really controversy, but Mike DeWine, our governor, sent a letter to get our primary election moved to June 2nd. Well, last night, around not 5 o'clock, around like 6 o'clock, they came out saying, hey, this has been rejected. The primary is still going to go on for today. And so I thought, okay, well, then I guess I'm going to be voting. Woke up this morning, was getting ready to go out and vote, and then they said that the Board of Health, I guess, said, no, you guys need to delay the... Sorry, Lucy's back in here. Need to delay the primary. So we ended up not voting, and the primary election is now, I think last I heard, is still going to be on June 2nd. So we didn't get to vote, and I think it was a really good idea that they did this, because if you think about it, a lot of people who volunteer at these poll booths are in that range where they can easily get this virus that's going out. So I think it was a really good idea that they did postpone it. So yeah, we won't be voting until summer. All right, well, anything else I can think of? I'm sure there's a lot of things. With work going on, yeah, my work right now is pretty crazy. But again, duty calls, it could be a lot worse right now where I'm at, but it's going fine. That's all I'm going to say about what I've been going through, but I have been coming home tired. It is a big adjustment, but so far, it's going pretty good. All right, trying to think. I know there's just been a lot. There's like, oh, the Kentucky Derby has been postponed. I think it got postponed till September, I think it was. And I know a few concerts that got postponed. I mean, Cher was supposed to come next month, and then her concert got postponed to September. I think did I mention the Flying Pig? Yeah, I did mention the Flying Pig got rescheduled. Cincinnati Cyclones hockey, that has been canceled for the rest of the year. FC Cincinnati's been postponed for the year. I don't know if they're going to start up. I haven't really heard much. Macy's just announced today that they are closing their stores, so no shopping at Macy's for a while. Amazon, I think from what I'm understanding is they're not closing themselves, but I think they are focusing more on trying to get supplies for people for medical places, like the hand sanitizer and wipes and anything to help kill those germs. So I think they're focusing more on that, but they are not closed for sure. Oh gosh. And I'm sure there's a lot more that I can't think of right now. But again, just comment down below on things that I may have missed. It could definitely help a lot of people out, that's for sure. And I just want to say, I know right now restaurants are really, really hurting right now, but please, while we are in this state of, I don't want to say, we're not really quarantined, but like, based where we're going right now, probably the best thing for all of us to do is go out and help those restaurants. Order carry out as much as you can, because you never know with the grocery stores what could possibly happen next. This is probably going to be the best thing to do right now. But go out, support our local restaurants, order carry out, and just help them stay in business during this crazy, crazy time. But it could be very much appreciated by everybody, and it'll mean a lot to them. So definitely support the restaurants, order carry out, and as I've said in all these videos, make sure you're washing your hands, and use it with soap and water. I don't know if you guys can tell right there, but my hand, you can probably see it's a little bit red. That is how much I have been washing my hands. It's to the point now I'm washing my hands so much that it's starting to burn my hand every time I run it underwater. But I'm just putting lotion on it so that way I don't crack or I dry out. But yeah, that tells you right there. And let me show you my other hand. It's probably about the same, like, yeah, right there on that side, if you can see the red. That's how much hand washing I've been doing for the past couple of days. But I mean, it's part of the job. I gotta keep everything clean and everything sanitized, and again, it's part of the job. So alright, well, I think I'm gonna end the updated video here. Hopefully I will be making a lot more videos. Maybe we'll have some more cooking episodes. Maybe we'll have just a video where Andy and I are just around the house doing stuff. But again, just options right now are very, very, very slim. So we'll just have to make do of it. But yeah, if you guys recommend any like baking recipes or anything simple and easy for me to do that you want to see on these videos, definitely comment down below. I'd like to hear some recipes that you guys recommend, and I can definitely make a video for that. And of course, comment down below if I missed anything in this video or what's closing. Oh, and one more thing. This doesn't involve really Ohio, but in Kentucky, they just announced that daycares are going to be closed starting on Friday. So that's another big step, and I think that's probably going to be the next thing that's going to happen. Oh, and I knew there was something else I was going to mention. Movie theaters and gyms are now closed for now, and I'm surprised those are the two that didn't close, one of the top ones that didn't close earlier, but I'm glad they did. Those are big spots with lots of people. And I guess now they're saying that they're now limiting the group to a total amount of 10 people now. A social group of 10 people. So it's getting smaller and smaller. And I'm sure everyone heard the news about over in San Francisco. Now the whole entire city in San Francisco is quarantined, which means no one is allowed to leave their homes, which is insane. And I think I got an update too. I heard that New York City is possibly going to be doing the same thing. Again, don't guarantee me on that, but I read something along the lines of that, so we'll just have to find out. Alright, and again, I'm going to end the video with that. Again, comment down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Again, like and subscribe to our channel. We would really appreciate it. And ring that notification bell if you want to get more updates on videos that we have uploaded. Alright, and we will see you guys later. We are the Cincinnati couple. And again, wash your hands, stay safe, get a healthy diet, get plenty of sleep, and stay healthy out there, Cincinnatians. We'll see you guys next time. And that is that.